What's up everyone, welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over responsive display ads in Google. So when you're running your Google display ads campaigns, these are the default types of advertisements that you can create for standard display campaigns and smart display campaigns. I recommend using responsive display ads because what you're able to do is upload several images, upload different headlines, different description lines, a call to action. You can upload your logo, you set your final URL, and it's really that simple. And what Google Ads is going to do is they're going to automatically create a lot of different ad variations for you, and then they're going to serve those ad variations and continue to serve the top performing advertisements. So I'm going to show you how to create these ads. Now, if you create a new display campaign, and I just recently created my Google Display Ads tutorial, if you're not familiar with creating display campaigns, if you create your new display campaign, as you go through the process of setting up your campaign, it's going to tell you to create a responsive display ad. What we can do right now is we can click on our display campaign and we can create a responsive display ad. So we'll go right into our ad group, and you can see I have a responsive display ad I created here, but we're going to create a new one so I can show you how to go through the process. So you want to click on the plus sign here and then create a new responsive display ad. You can also upload your standard display ads here, but what I want to do is create a responsive display ad for this video tutorial. So what I generally do first is I'll fill out the easy fields first. So to me, the easy fields are final URL. So we'll come up here, we'll take our landing page. I'm going to be creating a responsive display ad that shows this promotion here. So March sale, use a code to save 20% on your order. So we're going to start with our final URL, come back over to Google Ads and enter the URL at the very top. Then it's going to say images and logos, videos, optional but up to 5, headlines up to 5. And then we have a long headline here, descriptions up to 5. And then some of the easier parts, business name, and then under here is going to be more options, and we can set a call to action text and custom colors. So we're going to start with some of these easy fields first. Business name will be Farmhouse Goals. Call to action text, so you can do automated here. Generally what I'll do is just whatever fits my business the best. So for this one, it's going to be shop now. So you might have something where you're an insurance company, you want people to get a quote, you're a travel company, you want people to book. So just set the best call to action for your business. We'll just set this as shop now, and it's set to English, custom colors. So what we can do with colors is you just want to use the colors of your brand. So I would just come here, I'm going to take some of the colors from my website and we'll enter these here as the main color and the accent color. Okay, so those are some of the easy fields. So just entering our business name, setting our final URL, and now the rest is going to be building our actual advertisement. So we're going to start here in images and logos. You're going to see it says add 2 or more. So you can add up to 15 different images as you're creating your advertisements. So that allows you to create a lot of different types of display ads because like I said earlier, Google Ads is going to end up dynamically changing the images that you upload, the logos that you upload. If you upload a video, all the headlines, the long headline, the description line. So they're going to mix and match all those different types of advertisements and then serve the best performing one. So you can add images by scanning your website. So if we enter our website here, Google will automatically pull in some of the different images from our website. None of these pictures are great here. The only one that I could potentially use is right here, 1500 by 1500. So this is one that we'll use. So we'll use this as an image. And what you're going to see, it's going to give us the option to use it as a landscape, as a square, or either or both. So you have the option essentially to do whatever you want with your images as long as the size works for both image sizes. Now, if you just have a landscape image like this, it's generally going to work for a square. If you have a square image, a lot of times it's just not going to work for a landscape. So we can use this as our landscape. We can use this as our square. It's going to work perfectly. Click on continue. And now what we can do is come over here to your assets, and any of the images that we've uploaded are going to show here. So you can see we're using 2 out of the 15 images that we've created. We can come back over here to scan website. You can see we found URLs you can scan to get more results. So they'll scan our Facebook page, our Twitter, our Instagram page. So they'll take some of those different images. Now you can also come over here to stock images and you can enter words or phrases. So if I enter farmhouse, for example, it's going to pull up a bunch of different images here that we can also use in our advertisements. Now I generally don't ever use any of these stock images when I'm creating advertisements, but if it's something you want to do, that you can do that here. We can also upload our own images. So choose files to upload. One thing you want to do, so upload images and logos that meet our requirements or can be cropped. So to look at the requirements real quick, what we can see is image. So we have the landscape that's 1.91 by 1. And then there's also the square, just a 1 by 1. So the minimum required is what you really want to look at. So the minimum required for a square is 300 by 300. The minimum required for a landscape image is 600 by 314. And Google does recommend uploading the highest quality images possible. They allow you to upload large file sizes here, so you shouldn't have any issues with uploading really high quality images to use for your advertisements. And then with logo, so with a landscape for the logo, it's a little bit different. It's going to be a 4x1. So the minimum required here is 512 by 128. Over here is always going to be their recommended size, so 1200 by 300. And then they have square, so the minimum here is 128 by 128. So this is where you want to start, is uploading some of your different files here, your images, your logos. And then so once you come in here and you upload them, what you want to do is, you're going to see here I haven't recently used. So these are some of the images and logos I've recently used across my account that meet the requirements. So once you upload these, I can set some of these images as square or landscape images for my Google responsive display ad. So we'll do that now. So we'll use this as an image. We can just set this as a landscape image. Maybe I don't want to use this as a square at all. We'll click on continue. So we have this set as a 1.91 by 1. Now we'll use this one and we'll set it as an image, and we'll use both. So for this one, I'll use a square and we'll use the landscape. Click on continue. So we have a couple different images here. Let's keep setting more advertisements. Now, in my experience, there's really no downside to setting more advertisements. So we can use this right here, landscape and square. Click on continue. So next we'll come over here, we'll set this image right here. So use as a landscape, we'll use this as a square too. So there we go, click on continue. So now we have a bunch of different images set. So if we come to our assets, you can see we've used 9 out of the 15 images. We don't have any logos uploaded yet, so that's what I'm going to do next. So we'll come over here to recently used and we'll set our logo. So you can see I have a couple of logos here, but I actually recreated these to make them look a little better. So this is a square logo, 500 by 500. Use as a logo. It's only going to allow me to use this as the 1x1. It's just not suitable for the 4x1 format. So we'll click on continue. My 4x1, I uploaded 800 by 200. So we'll click here, use as logo, and it'll set this perfectly. So it's the perfect size. Click on continue. We don't have to crop it at all. So now if we come into our assets, we can use 3 more logos. We can use 6 more images here. There's really no downside to setting more images as you continue to create more advertisements, but I think this is good for me to get started. Now, one note to keep in mind, you're going to see down here, by adding an image, you confirm that you own all legal rights to the image and have permission to share the image with Google for use on your behalf in advertising or other commercial purposes. So just make sure you have ownership to these images and you're able to use them to the point that you can actually advertise and try to advertise your business, your products, and your services. So you really want to use some original images or images that you're not going to have any issues with legally. So we'll click on save here, and now we've added our images and logos, and we have enough images and logos here to get started with creating our responsive display ad. You'll see over here, asset progress, we have our images here. Next step, add some headlines. So they actually give you some step-by-step right here as you create your responsive display ads. And then what you can also do is look over here with some different ad formats and see what your advertisement's going to look like. So you're going to see headline, business name, description. They'll pull in the logo sometimes, they'll pull in the image sometimes. So if we just keep clicking on these arrows to the side, it'll start going through some of these different types of ads that we'll see. So you can see what your advertisement is going to look like. So what I want to do is show you some sample responsive display ads that I came across as I'm browsing the internet. So the first one, we're going to come over here, and right now I'm on USA Today, and you're going to see Squarespace website builder. We have the logo down here, Squarespace, pretty small image over on the right hand side, and then just open. So if I click on this advertisement, it'll open the landing page for Squarespace, but you can see this is a responsive display advertisement right here. And what you can do, if you're not sure if it's a Google responsive display ad, roll over here. So right here, you're going to see add choices. If we click on add choices and open it up, you're going to see this is essentially what their responsive display ad looks like. So you can see the image, the headline, the description line. They have a logo here. So this is a different logo than they're showing over in the actual advertisement for Squarespace. So a couple different logos they're showing, and this right here is going to be their call to action button. So this is an advertisement by Google, a responsive display ad. So Squarespace website builder built this directly in their Google Ads account the way that I'm building this one right now. So a couple more examples here. So on this one, I'm looking at sports news, and you can see right up at the top here. So keyword finder by Mangools, see competitors' keywords, see the keywords that bring the most organic traffic to your competitor's website. Next, we're going to come over here, and right now I'm on apnews.com, and you can see, are you an art expert? Prove it with this quiz. So this is one of the longer headline formats. So right here, this is the longer headline. I'll go through that in a minute. This is their description line, how stuff works. Open is going to open the advertisement. And again, if you're not sure if it's a Google ad, just scroll up here at the top. If you see ad choices, that generally means that this is going to be a Google display ad. So the last one I'll show you is going to be on motleyfool.com, well, just fool.com. And you can see over on the right-hand side, they have a standard display ad here. So this is a standard display ad by Bluehost. And then right underneath it is going to be a QuickBooks ad. So you can see the logo here, the description line, the headline, their call to action, and this is their image. So these are what responsive display ads are going to look like across the internet. They really don't look much different than your standard display ads, but they're much easier to create because you just have to upload several images, several headlines. So QuickBooks might have 10 other images uploaded along this one. And Google is serving me this combination at this time, and they're essentially going to see how all these different combinations are going to perform. So that's why you want to set as many headlines as possible, as many description lines as possible, set your long headline, make sure you're using images and logos. And then the other thing you can do is use videos here. So what I could actually do is take some of these different images, use them to create a video, and then what I would want to do is upload that video directly to YouTube. And then all you need to do is enter a YouTube URL here for a specific video that you want to use in your advertisement, and it will pull up that video and you can use it in your responsive display ad. So if I come over here to recently used, you can see I've uploaded several of these videos here while just going directly to YouTube, entering the URL for top PPC trends for 2019, Google Ads tutorial for 2019. So if I did want to add a video to this advertisement, what I would do first is upload it to YouTube, enter the YouTube URL here, and then under recently used, or when it comes up in YouTube, I can set one of these videos for my advertisement. So I can click on Google Ads tutorial, we'll click on save, and now it would add this video to my advertisement. And if you want to see what that would look like, under key ad formats here, you can see image ads, text ads, native ads, and then video ads. So we can click on video ads here. And if we go through some of these different previews, you're going to see it pulls in the video right here. So they'll serve video ads across the Google Display Network, and adding a video will only help expand your reach. So there's really no downside to do it. One thing you may want to do is set a video here and use that as its own advertisement. So you might want to upload several videos to allow you to see how your video advertisements are performing along your responsive display ads that are just using the images and the logos. However, what I would do is just set your video alongside with your images and logos. So do it all at the same time, because just one advertisement can end up turning into hundreds of variations if you upload enough images, different logos, and then different videos here as well. So for this example, I'm going to remove the video. This video is not good for what I'm promoting, so we'll click on save. So we don't have any videos here. We just have our images and our logos. Next, what you want to do is add headlines. You have a long headline here. So I showed you an example of a long headline. So if we come back over and let's look at the example, this is a long headline right here. Are you an expert? Prove it with this quiz. So you can do a couple different things as you set your long headline here. You only get one, but it gives you 90 characters. So it's as long as a description line, but it might show along with your description lines, so you need it to be unique. So headlines, what I would do first is we're going to click on add headline. And if you've created ads in the past and you come here to headline, it might pull up some of these here. So you'll see right now it's saying ideas based on my website and my existing ads. So you can use these right now with some of the headlines. I'm going to add my headlines right now and go through some of the reasons why I use those headlines. Okay, I went ahead and added all of my headlines. So I have 5 total headlines here. I added my long headline and then I added my description lines. So you can see my long headline saved 20% on all farmhouse decor and furniture during the Farmhouse Goals March sale. Now, one thing I generally don't do is use any punctuation in my long headline, and then in my description lines, since they only show one description line per advertisement, I'll use exclamation points in here sometimes, so you'll see some exclamation points at the end, and then I don't ever really use any punctuation in my headlines. So that way, when it's showing a headline and a description line, I don't have exclamation points all over the place, and it makes it pretty clear what I'm trying to promote. So some of my different headlines, straight and to the point, save 20% on farmhouse decor, March, 20% off farmhouse decor, 20% off sale at Farmhouse Goals, Farmhouse Decor sale, Farmhouse Goals March sale. So essentially people should be able to gather pretty quickly that there's a sale going on farmhouse decorations, farmhouse home decor. Long headline, so in this I'm able to call attention to what people actually save and the actual sale here, so the March sale. So I'm able to run all these advertisements until the end of March. So description lines, limited time, 20% off sale, March, 20% off sale, save 20%, 20% off sale, shop farmhouse goals, take advantage of 20% off. So I want to make sure people understand 20% off in every single description line. So I entered it all there. I didn't do that in the headline, just 3 out of 5. I do think anything with 20% off is going to perform the best on the Google Display Network. So we set our 5 headlines, our long headline, our description lines. You really just want to go over what the benefits are of people clicking through your advertisement, what it is that you're trying to promote, and exactly what people can expect if they do click on your ad. So I always think there should be some type of benefit in a display advertisement, just because you don't want to just tell people, hey, here's our product. Make sure they understand that there is a benefit there. Maybe it's a limited time promotion. Whatever it is, you want to make sure people understand that they're getting some type of value when they're clicking on your advertisement. So we come down, call to action is set. We have our business name set. We have our custom colors here, so our main color and our accent color. So all we need to do is click on save here, and it will add our new responsive display advertisement directly to our ad group. So you're going to see here, if we come to the bottom, we have our responsive display ad here. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, let's say I'm running multiple campaigns. What I can do is I can take this advertisement, we can come over here to edit, and we can copy it. And then if we come back over to a different campaign, so we'll come to all campaigns, we have a farmhouse goals display campaign here. Let's say I created this advertisement in this campaign. I want it to be in this campaign as well. So we could just come right to this campaign, go into our ad group, and then you can see right now it's saying you don't have any enabled ads. So what we can do is click on paste, and then we can come right here, farmhouse goals display campaign. We're in this ad group, so we have it selected. So make sure it's selected over on the right hand side. You can select multiple ad groups here if you want to. Click on done, and then you have a couple options. Pause new ads after pasting. We're not going to do that. If the ad already exists in the destination, create a duplicate. So if you don't want a duplicate, don't check this. If you do want a duplicate, then check this. So we'll click on paste, and now it's going to add this responsive display advertisement into this ad group in a different display campaign. You can also do this in different ad groups. So if you have a display campaign with multiple ad groups, you don't have to create the same advertisement over and over. You can just copy and paste it. And then you can always come here to view asset details. That's going to allow you to see your headlines, what the status is. So you're going to see asset type headline, your long headline, and then some of your images down here as well. So you're able to see performance for some of your different headlines, your long headline, your description line. So I actually accidentally let an advertisement run from a previous campaign. So if we come back to that one, so this is for a different advertisement that I've ran in the past, and you can see it's going to show each asset, and then it's going to show performance over here. So good, it might have low performance. So it'll show you how your ad is performing, and then some areas where you might want to improve on it. So what you can do is take what's good from this performance over here, create a new responsive display ad, or just update your existing responsive display ad, remove anything that's low. So you're going to see farmhouse sinks, decor, and more not performing well. Farm home style decor not performing well. So you could see something like this: top rated farmhouse decor, 20% off farmhouse decor. So when you give some type of benefit, so a top rated, 20% off, you give some type of reason that someone might want to click your ad, it's going to perform better. So just keep that in mind as you create your responsive display ad and you start to look at the overall performance. You can also look at combinations here. You're going to see it's going to say I don't have any combinations for the date range I've selected, but you can start to learn some of the top performing combinations, and you're going to see these combinations are ranked by the number of times they appeared, but you can learn which ones are driving you the most results and the most conversions for your budget. So those are responsive display ads. I would highly recommend using them in your display campaigns. They're going to automatically change to fit essentially any type of sized ad that Google will run across the Google Display Network. So when you do run these ads and you use video along with the images, you have your logos there, it's going to help you build some of that brand equity and help you build some winning ad combinations that are going to drive conversions for you. So again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.